Chapter 20. My head searches for Kaya's pillows, but they're gone. I open my eyes. Sunlight seeps through the window. Kaya is nowhere to be seen. The young merchant's wife is talking in the courtyard, sounding very animated. I stretch, give my face and body a perfunctory lick, then jump out of bed. I go over to the basket under the window, jump on it, and up onto the windowsill to see what's going on. The wife is talking to two young servant girls. "And make sure you do the rugs today. And don't do what you did last time and take all the rugs out at once. When you beat the dust out of one, it goes into another. Take one rug out at a time, hang it in the yard, beat the dust out, then take it down and put it back inside. Understood?" She gives the girls a benign smile and they nod. "Go then," she says. "And, one of you, tell the stableman to keep an eye on the pregnant donkey. She's due any day now." As the girls leave, the wife notices me. "Kaya told me you slept all night," she says, giving me the same benign smile she gave the girls. "I'm not surprised. You almost died yesterday. Well, now you can make up for the nocturnal prowling you didn't do." She raises herself on the tips of her toes, stretches a hand, and tickles me under the chin. "Enjoy yourself. I'm off." Enjoy myself I will. I jump down into the courtyard and, walking past the servants' quarters, follow the smell of baked bread and mutton stew to the kitchen. I'm salivating at the thought of what awaits me inside when I have a sudden need to relieve myself. By now I've reached the other side of the house. I turn the corner and continue till I find the perfect spot by the geese and ducks' pen. The aroma from the kitchen enhances the smell of their droppings, while the latter diminishes the smell of the food. I've just peed and I'm about to poop when fierce barking behind me shrinks my anal sphincter. I turn to face a huge spotted hound. I take off, running like the wind with him barking and chasing after me. The walls that surround the estate are too high for me to jump over. I ignore the trees, not wanting to get stuck up in one. Within moments, I make up for the nocturnal prowling I missed. I pass a garden, a pool, a chapel, the gate to the estate, which, as luck would have it, is closed. The granaries, a stable, the servants' quarters, and end up back at the geese and ducks' pen with the hound right behind me. I can't outrun the hound, and he won't give up. The only thing to do is turn and fight. "Tiny, come here," an old man yells, stepping out of the kitchen. He tears a piece off the loaf of bread he's holding. The hound goes to his side, and the man gives him the piece of bread. Then he tears off another piece and holds it out to me. "Come, don't be afraid. Tiny loves cats. He's just a puppy. He wants to play with you." Tiny? Never was a dog so misnamed. He's the size of a young bull and has the testicles of one. And he's just a puppy? What will he be like grown up? The offer of the piece of bread is too alluring to refuse. I approach the man with trepidation. Tiny stays put, panting and salivating, and I take the bread in my mouth. Then it happens. Tiny is all over me. He pins me to the ground, and I'm being licked and slobbered over. Biting and scratching a puppy, even an oversized one, is beneath me. But a well-placed jab isn't. I give him one on the nose, and he gets off me. Only now do I remember that dogs are not allowed in kitchens since food is prepared on the floor, the cook squatting or kneeling. I run into the kitchen. Tiny barks in complaint, but dares not follow me with his master watching. I find myself in the area of the kitchen, shaded by a palm leaf roof, where jars, bowls, and provisions are kept. In the part of the kitchen reserved for cooking, roofless as in all the many Egyptian kitchens I've had the pleasure to visit, I see Kaya using a long wooden spoon to stir the mutton stew, simmering in a clay pot on a cylindrical clay stove. The smell of mutton cooked with garlic, cumin, and onions is overwhelming. "Meow. Oh, you startled me," Kaya says, turning. "Well, it's about time you got up. It's past midday. Meow." "I know what you want," she says, moving into the roofed area of the kitchen. From a recess in the wall, she takes a pitcher and bowl, comes back to me, sets a saucer on the floor, and pours milk from the pitcher. I begin to lap it up. It's still warm from the cow's udders. A cow moos in the stable. Is she the one whose milk I'm enjoying? The second bowl of milk Kaya gives me is even better because she's added pieces of bread. Full and satisfied, I groom myself, licking off tiny sticky drool, while Kaya squats by my side, mashing boiled chickpeas in a large bowl, to which, at intervals, she adds drops of sesame oil. Half an hour later, I have just the tip of my tail left to groom, and Kaya is now sweeping the floor when my host, the thin young merchant, appears at the door. Kaya, what's that wonderful smell? I'm making mutton stew for supper. Your wife thought I'd help you regain your strength. Actually, I'm feeling quite well. I've never slept so soundly for so long in my life. You slept longer than the cat. I'm going to work after all, he says. I should be back before my wife returns. Bending down to pat me on the head, he adds, make sure he's well taken care of. Don't worry about him. He's being treated like royalty. Indeed I am. Have a good afternoon, Kaya, he says as he leaves. As much as I'd like to stay here with Kaya, I have to look after my host. He said he'd learned his lesson, but what if despair overwhelms him again? I follow him. When we get to the gatekeeper turns out to be the old man who gave me the bread. Tiny is sleeping, curled up like a cat, inside the gatekeeper's lodge. Good afternoon, Sabeth, says the thin young merchant. Sabeth bows slightly and opens the gate. As he's about to close it, I sneak through, and he tries to shoo me back in. My host turns, sees me, and gives me a thoughtful stare. Let him be, Sabeth. I can use the company. Side by side we walk, passing rows and rows of merchant villas hidden from view by mud brick walls the height of 2 men. I know there are villas behind the walls because I can read the names and titles carved on the lintel of each gate. We make our way out of the residential area into the market where I was yesterday. It seems even busier today. I look for the high priest, but after a while I give up. It's like trying to find a particular ant in an ant's nest. My host walks further into the market than the high priest and I did. We pass animal pens. The oinking, braying, mooing, clucking, and bellowing are deafening. The smell of manure is sickening. Mercifully, my host walks fast, and we're soon in a calmer, less smelly part of the market. He stops at a stand selling rugs. 2 boys inside are piling another rolled-up carpet on top of a stack. Good afternoon, Tej, they say in unison. I finally know my host's name. Good afternoon, boys. We've heard the good news, one of them says. We're glad for you. What are you talking about? What good news? You mean you haven't heard? It's all over the quay. Your boat arrived this morning. It was Seti's boat that went up in smoke. Aren't you happy? What I hear next surprises me. How can I rejoice at another man's bad luck? Tej is, indeed, a man of honor. The young men look down in embarrassment. We just thought it was good news, says the one who told him. I'm sorry. I know you meant well. Have you made today's deliveries? Tej asks, changing the subject. We did. First thing this morning. You did well. The boys haven't seen me yet, so when I jump on the stack of rugs, I startle them. I didn't intend to. I only wanted my presence acknowledged. Where's he come from? Asks the boy who hasn't spoken yet. From heaven, Tej says. The boys look at each other, then laugh. They probably think he's teasing them. Tej comes over to me. The stack of rugs I'm sitting on has raised me high enough to look him directly in the eyes. Meow. He understands what I mean. I'll miss you too. I'll miss you, Tej, your kind wife, and most of all, Kaya. But you no longer need me to look after you, and I must find the high priest. I jump down from the stack of rugs and walk away, telling myself not to look back. But when I reach a corner, that's exactly what I do. Tej is watching me. Thank you, he yells. Don't mention it. I turn the corner. Alone on the road outside the market, I begin to worry. What if I can't find the high priest? As I'm pondering, a scrawny cat comes up to me. You look well fed. Where do you get your food? I tell him I've left an opening for a cat at a home of a rug merchant and his family. It's not too far from here, and he'll be welcomed. I add that the dog, looks frightening, but is a pussycat, so to speak. He seems skeptical, but I reassure him and give him directions. I know where that is. I can take a shortcut. He eyes me suspiciously. How come you don't want the job anymore? Is there something wrong with the place? I consider telling him the truth about myself, but think better of it. It'd sound so fantastic he'd consider me a lunatic and run off. I don't want him to lose the chance of a lifetime, a good home, a nice family, and best of all, Kaya. I found something better. I see. Well, thanks for the tip, brother. He disappears before I can reply, You're welcome. Once my brother has had a taste of his new life, he's bound to ask himself if it's possible to have something better. But unless he's a fool, and he didn't strike me as one, he'll stop wondering about my good fortune and enjoy his. Alone again, I decide to return to the quay. The high priest might be waiting for me on the magic boat. Just then, who should be walking up the road but the woman whose arm I bit when she was trying to catnap me? Unluckily, she sees me too. "It's the cat that assaulted me!" she yells at the top of her lungs. I turn around to flee in the other direction, only to see 2 guards marching down the street toward me. "Help!" she yells repeatedly. The guards break into a run. I race back into the market and almost collide with a caravan of donkeys leaving the market with big baskets on their backs. I jump on the donkey last in line, lift the cover off a basket, get in on top of a malodorous mess, and put the cover back on behind me. Through the weave of the basket, I see the 2 guards approach the head of the caravan. "Hey, you!" one of them shouts to the man leading the donkeys. "Have you seen a large silvery gray cat running by?" "I've seen lots of gray donkeys," he replies, "but no, I haven't seen a gray cat." "You can ask my donkeys if they have," he adds, laughing. "Watch your smart mouth, donkey man. It might just land you in jail." The guards walk the length of the caravan, one on either side. They pass my donkey and, finding nothing, extend their search to the market, which by now the caravan has left behind. I intended to go to the quay to look for the high priest, but the caravan is moving east towards the populated area. I recognize buildings I passed this morning with the young merchant as we made our way to the market. I play with the idea of leaving my hiding place, but prudence counsels otherwise. Besides, the malodorous mess I'm sitting on is dried fish, and I'm very hungry. There's no sense in passing up an opportunity for a snack, malodorous as it might be. I grab a fish and give it a bite. Phew! Salted fish. Still, better than no fish at all. I chew and swallow, and within minutes my throat is parched. I curse my gluttony till I'm interrupted by men shouting. It's the police, carrying batons and short-forked sticks. They're trying to clear the wide road we've been crossing. Some are polite. "Please make way for your king and his queen." Others are very rude. "Move out of the way, you miserable creatures!" People are scurrying to the sides of the road. The old ones are helped by the younger, and the very young are scooped up by their parents. Everyone is moving except the donkeys in the caravan. They're not budging from the middle of the road. The poor donkey man pulls on the rope attached to the lead donkey's neck, but the beast stubbornly refuses to move. When he gets whacked on the ass by a police baton, he lets out a loud bray and takes off. The rest of the donkeys follow. The donkey man won't let go of the rope and is dragged along. Cursing donkeys as much as he is, I'm bounced left and right, back and forth. As all of this is unfolding, the royal chariot approaches preceded by more police carrying batons and short-forked sticks. Pharaoh Akhenaten and Queen Nefertiti stand side by side, erect and still like statues, their gaze fixed in front of them. Nefertiti wears the same tall blue flat-topped headdress she does in her famous bust. Given life by the wind, the colorful streamers fastened to the back of it flutter behind her like long wings. In the bright daylight, the gold-flaring cobra above her brow shines like a small sun. Both she and her husband wear a wide collar necklace made of gold. Nefertiti has on a long white sleeveless dress, Akhenaten a white knee-length skirt. His chest is unclad, and he's holding the reins. Their gold jewelry and their chariot, made of electrum, are ablaze in the sun. The royal figures are illuminated, as if they themselves are made of such precious metals. When the royal chariot has passed and the donkey man has regained control of his beasts, I hear a variety of comments. "Dirty police! Those crazy donkeys almost trampled me. Our queen is so beautiful." Yes, Nefertiti is beautiful. She was beautiful even when she was trying to persuade me to kill her thousands of years ago. Or should I say, from now? "I hope you've learned your lesson," says the donkey man to the lead donkey. "Next time you don't obey, you're going to get a whack from me." But then he slides his hand affectionately down one of the donkey's long ears all the way to his snoot. The donkey bobs his head up and down and gives his master a nudge. There's love there,